Well,
and
yeah.
there would be a heap of modification you would have to do
Yeah.
in order to use it. Would that make it impractical in UFC?
Well, I mean, there already have been people that used it. Like Anderson Silva was a Wing Chun guy. He did a lot of Wing Chun. Tony Ferguson did a lot of Wing Chun. And a lot of the movements people use are Wing Chun style movements. For example, John Jones's kicks are Wing Chun kicks. You know what I mean? So, and it's hard to say because it's a mixed martial art, right? And Wing Chun is the OG mixed martial art because remember, as the story goes, Ng Mei took all of the good bits from all the Kung Fu systems and streamlined them and created Wing Chun, right? So Wing Chun is like the original MMA. To answer your question, how would it go in a ring context? The context is different. I mean, I think the thing that could be applied really well would be the power generation of the state. So the ability to hit through and the ability to dominate a person's center, and also the reflexes of Chi Sao, that because you do get very good reflexes from lots of Chi Sao. It definitely develops that. So I think that'd be another component that would be a benefit from it. However, combat sports are actual sports, right? So there's rules, there's restrictions.
Yeah.
There's also just athleticism and fitness. You know what I mean? So people who condition themselves really well, compared to most of us Wing Chun guys who are just enjoy life a bit more. What I mean is Wing Chun is also known as the lazy man's martial art, right? Like we stand there and relax and meditate and feel good and shit like that. Whereas they're like grinding and fucking running up and down hills, So it's like they've got that conditioning side over us 100%. Like, but I mean, in the context of a street fight, it's different. Like, like a Wing Chun person's supposed to pick up a weapon, Like you train weapons so that if you get in a fight, you pick up a weapon, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the contexts are way too different, but I think it could be applied well. I mean, I'm not really interested in doing it myself.
No.
Look, Anderson Silva was one of the greats of MMA, and he was a Wing Chun guy. He'd done a lot of Wing Chun in his past, but people don't like acknowledging that.
No one talks about that. That's the first time I heard about that.
He says it openly in multiple videos where he's like, Wing Chun and Bruce Lee saved my whole life in the ring because he was a Wing Chun dude.
Yeah, he smacked people out.
Yeah, he was. I think he was like the king for about 10 years, really.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, time for some state training, team. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's just get moving first. Get the body loose and warmed up, and then we'll do state. So Tai Chi swing, spine nice and tall. Let everything loosen up. Roll the shoulders, nice big circles. Extend through the shoulders, elbows, wrists, and hands. And make nice giant circles. So you're mobilizing the shoulders, stretching the ligaments and tendons. Other way. Good. Some chain punches. Elbows. Shake the body out. All right, let's do our meditation. So, start by closing your eyes. And take some deep, calm, conscious breaths. And as you breathe deeply, with a sense of ease. Bring your awareness to your highest intention, your spiritual intention. Rest in the elevated emotion and energy. As you align yourself with your spiritual intention. Breathing with a sense of gentle ease as you connect and align with the frequency of your spiritual intention. As you connect with that frequency, there's a good feeling in your space. Resting in that good feeling. Now, bring your concentration into your center. So from the tailbone to the crown of your head, sensing your whole center. Now imagine the center is filled with a bright white light. See in your mind's eye and feel, so sense the center from the tail to the crown. Gently rest your focus in the center. And imagine down at the tailbone, a small white ball of energy which vibrates on the frequency of your intention. Softly draw up from the base as you breathe in, rising this energy up through your center. And as you breathe out, relaxing, releasing, and letting go. Breathing in to rise the spiritual energy up through the center. Breathing out, relaxing, releasing. In your own time, continue to breathe the energy of your highest intention, that uplifted frequency, breathing it up through the center. And as you breathe out, just sinking, releasing and relaxing. So in your own time, rising and sinking. Now, expand the sensing of space into the whole body, sensing the torso, the shoulders, the hips, the neck and head, the arms, the legs, the hands, the feet, sensing the whole space the body occupies. centered in your intention, uplifted in your emotional quality, sensing the space in alignment with the energy body, space with frequency. As you now start to sink down, it's like there's a gentle shower that washes down through your skull, brain, eyes, cheeks, jaw, tongue, neck. This gentle sinking energy washes down through the shoulders, chest, back, arms, belly, lower back, forearms and hands, sinking through the whole upper body. Centered in your intention, like a rising through the center, as you sink and wash down through the whole upper body. Now the sinking continues to wash down through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, shins and feet, sinking through the entire body. And as you sink through your space, also sink emotionally, so let go. Let go of any fears, doubts. Let go of any shame, guilt, blame, resentment. Let go of all emotional upsets. Centered in your intention, uplifted in your frequency as you sink and let go. And as you continue to sink and dissolve any blockages, let go of any negative thought patterns, any faulty programs or beliefs. Sinking, dissolving, releasing, and letting go. And once again, bring the awareness back into the center. And imagine the center filling with a bright white energy. And see that light expand through the whole body. Now target the center to the line in front of you. So see that line in front of you and let your center connect to that line. Like a radiation or a flow from your center to the center in front of you. Centered in your intention, sensing the space, sinking, dissolving, releasing and letting go as you target your intention to the line in front of you. Once again, taking some deep, peaceful breaths with a sense of ease. And just resting in the state. Now mentally repeat to yourself, may peace be in my body. May harmony be in my emotions. May absolute tranquility prevail in my thoughts. Once again, taking some deep, peaceful breaths. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Alrighty. Observations team.
Feeling like I'm sinking into my stance a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I think
How's
it's just
the
gradually
legs feel better? Legs feel better today?
Yeah, we're not there yet. But I'm doing less moving around, and I'm sort of closer to finding that sort of proper stance where it is relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's good because it means I'm better able to focus on the meditation.
Yeah, awesome.
And leave my body alone, and it sort of just, my mind's more relaxed, that sort of
Perfect.
thing.
Awesome,
But
that's great.
it's really interesting. The thing I've noticed most in the last week is a massive shift in how I feel day to day, just through the day.
Awesome.
It's a big shift. It's I feel like I'm getting myself back. I'm sort of coming back to myself. I'm not second guessing myself as much. I'm feeling more confident that I know what's going on, and then I can make sort of calls on things, and I can just handle situations just with a little more presence and stillness. Whereas my mind's been a lot more busy for a little while, so it feels really nice. It feels really nice. I feel happier and calmer, and it's brilliant.
Awesome.
It's fucking sick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I can dig that.
Yeah, it's great. It's man, I fucking love Kung Fu, man. It's so good.
I love Kung Fu.
It's so fucking good. Yeah, man. And your experience is like, I think it's all of our experiences. It's like, as we get more in connection with ourselves, with our energetic, our spiritual nature, get your mind and emotions in alignment, you just feel good. You feel powerful. You feel confident. You feel happy, which is our nature. It kind of gets conditioned out of us over time. Like, you got to be serious. You got to be rigid. You got to focus. You got to achieve. You got to get things done, right? But if you think back, like when you were a kid, you didn't give a fuck. You were just happy doing what the fuck you want, you know? And we still are that person. It's just we kind of got conditioned to think that we're, got all this important shit to do.
I think also the other thing is that I found my productivity, if anything, has increased.
Yeah, 100%.
With less effort.
Yes.
So because I'm not fighting myself,
Yeah.
I'm it's that through line, it's that sort of connection, and everything was sort of running in the same direction.
Yeah.
It's just like I can take a breath and I can regroup and I can do the next thing. And if I sort of look at what I've done the last few days compared to maybe, over recent weeks, it's just been less effort for better result
100%.
because there's been a stillness and a focus there.
Yeah, bro, 100%. You got it. You nailed it on the head. Like you're in alignment, so you're not pulled in different directions. Number one, and number two, you're aligned with the higher frequency of power. When you're aligned with your spiritual intention, when you're feeling that peace, that joy, that brilliant feeling that you described, your petrol's more powerful. You get better mileage. You're not putting orange juice in your petrol tank, so to speak. You're putting the right petrol in it. So yeah, you're just supercharged. I think everyone gets that experience as they start to go deeper into the training. It's like, oh shit, I get more done with less effort, and it's just easy as fuck. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Who would have thought it worked like that?
Yeah, it takes time to come around to because it's super Taoist in its approach, in the sense that Lao Tzu's all about he who lets go gets all things done. He who lets go masters the world. And it's just like, I used to think that motherfucker was crazy. I was just like, no, I work hard, I hustle, I grind, I bleed and I sweat, and then I get my reward. But when you're in a good frequency, firstly, that's a reward in itself. And secondly, things just flow and they are drawn to you in a faster manner. So yeah. It reminds me of my first spiritual teacher. He said his grandmother, his first lesson was his grandmother his name's Gurdjieff. He taught something called the fourth way. It was like a esoteric spiritual system, which was a bit super heady for me. But anyway, it was good learning it. His grandmother taught him, if you want to do things the right way, do it the opposite to everyone else does. So I mean, you can kind of take a lot from that concept and look at how everyone does shit. Like everyone likes to complain, right? And that's fucking poison. Like you literally, when you complain about something, you're literally poisoning your energetic centers. And people love to gather around the water cooler and just go, fucking, can you believe Marcel, what she said about Steve? So you've been given the power of the universe flowing through your system, and you're going to use it to bitch about Marcel and Steve. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could literally be creating your own universe and transforming your life in the most powerful possible way, but you want to worry about Marcel.
It's funny when you just said that, Steve, because I was working with these other TCs over the weekend, and they got together, and that's exactly what they were doing, eh? They were just sitting there starting a bag, and I'm like looking at them, like, what the fuck? Why are you even wasting your time?
Because if you could see energy, right? If you could see it, right, and you were observing people complaining, you'd see inside them like a ball of complaint that would be growing inside their conscious space. So that starts to vibrate in their space and attract more complaint from the outside, from them and from others. So they'll meet more people who want to complain. So yeah, I just run.
Where's he going?
I don't even, like, people who know me, like, for example, I'll be walking with Greg and we'll run into someone that I know from round the traps, and they'll start complaining. I'm like, I've got to go, I'll catch you later. And I'll just walk off, and Tristan will laugh because I just don't give a fuck. It's like, I mean, I've got things in my life that I'd like to do and achieve, and I don't really have time for people who want to fucking moan. Go like literally. Do you know what they're trying to do? I'll give you the energetics. They're literally trying to steal your energy, literally, because if you don't know how to draw to charge yourself up through alignment, you try to draw it from other people, and you do that by creating a vacuum in yourself. You go, oh, fucking Nelly, the cunt bitch, and stuff. And then that opens up a vacuum in them, which tries to draw from you into them. So they're trying to basically suck your vitality out of you. Not in a nice way either. Not one of those nice sucks.
Not a happy ending. Yeah.
Actually, it's the first time I came across that concept was in a book I read. I think I was about 18. Have you guys read the Celestine Prophecy?
No.
It's this. I remember it. I think I read it when I was a teen, like I was 18, 19, something like that. And one of the first chapters is about energy vampires and how people draw energy from each other and shit. So it's something like that. Anyway, what am I getting at? Kung Fu is awesome.
Yeah. How good is it? It's fucking unreal.
Yeah. We've got our friends on YouTube behind us here. Sup, Kevin? Yes. He's talking about it. He agrees. Yeah. Energy vampires start the day off peaceful. Good on you, Kev. Nice one.
Yeah.
All right. What other observations we got there, team?
Yeah, it felt good. Really, really good. Yeah.
I've got, can we ask questions?
Of course. Do what you want, brother.
Cool. I was watching that Rising Up, the Energy Up video just before, and there was you were saying, like, because I think when I was at the academy, we were practicing raising the energy, but we weren't doing it in the nicest way, because I think it was like a lot of pride and, as being a kung fu, you want to pick the other person up. So you're saying that you stopped doing that, and then you actually went away and you did something to clear it.
Yep.
Before you started playing around.
I stopped rising completely, and I just focused on forgiveness and love as my primary intention in life, because I had to let go of shit. I had some people that I was not being very loving to in my mind, and I only concentrated on sky blue light and white light in my center, stationary, no movement, and purifying my mind and my heart. And I just didn't do any rising for a long time. I'm talking like maybe like 7 years.
7 years. Well, that's right now, man.
Yeah, because I was doing rising for a solid maybe 9 years or 8 years of rising. So like, I think that might have been a good counterbalance. But because I don't think I was doing it correctly, or I wasn't doing it correctly. I was rising it with the intention of power over others, so to speak, as opposed to rising with the intention of, because you got to remember, Sigung didn't even know that he was rising. He Taigong kept his back straight, used no force, and later he was like, oh yeah, I'm noticing a movement of energy up through my spine, which he only really said to us later, like in the later years of his teaching. So he didn't even realize. He kind of noticed it when we were so curious about how to activate Nim Tao. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 years, eh?
So look, but you got to remember the intensity of that I was doing rising. Like I was, 6 to 10 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. You know what I mean? That's very different to at the beginning and the end of a couple classes a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, getcha.
So yeah,
Did you feel like you were getting
Sorry?
unwell or anything?
Sorry?
Did you feel like you were getting unwell or?
Not so unwell. I felt a bit imbalanced. I did feel that my egoism was a bit more powerful in me. I mean, and that's probably something that's very hard to tell anyway. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
You joining us? Or?
Sure.
Hi, Mel.
Hello.
And we're on YouTube as well.
Oh,
yeah.
hello, YouTube.
I don't think I was too bad because I was also meditating. But I know other people were worse, a lot worse. Did I tell you about some of the stories of what people did? Did you hear about that?
Not really.
One fun one is this guy, one of the students started jerking off in front of Sigung's daughter.
having a good time.
So gross.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously things were getting unbalanced. Look it up. Look up rising energy and the dangers of rising energy. And there's loads of evidence and stories of people who rise energy through their center, like working with Kundalini and rising energy, and they fuck themselves up because the emotional quality that they're in, the level of consciousness that they're in, is not of a pure quality. So as you rise a negative energy through your centers, you essentially just poison your centers, right? So you imbalance yourself. I think I was lucky to get through without being too fucked up because I feel like my natural level of energy wasn't too fucked up. Like I wasn't like, not fucked up, that's probably the wrong word. I wasn't too, let's say, forceful. That's probably a better way of saying it.
Oh, it's good to know.
Yeah, because I do, like most of the time, I'd say I'm about 90 to 93% happy, like throughout my day. You know what I mean? Like, if I had to give myself a percentage, so I'm pretty sure. Mel nodded, so that's a good sign. If she was like,
It's true.
so. Not when you beat me. That's why I'm happy. Yeah.
So can I ask a question? So if we're like, say for example, feeling some anxiety or some negative emotions coming up and we want to center ourselves to help let go of that, do we can't rise through the center though if there's negativity there, or?
I think it's dependent on intention. So if your intention's good, but at the same time, I mean, if you're feeling like a strong negative energy, it might be better to surrender than center.
Surrender.
Look, the two key, the yin and the yang I find of the state is spiritual intention and combine that with centering. So centered in intention, we call it, right? So feeling good in your center. And then sinking and letting go. Sinking is like the downward energetic flow of like a shower internally, which unblocks physically and energetically. But then the letting go component is like the surrender. So it's like 4 pieces in 2. Centered in your intention, so feeling good in your center, and then sinking and letting go, sinking and surrender. Another way you could summarize that is like a devotion to your spiritual intention, devotion and surrender.
But isn't that rising because it's going up?
I just pointed that way. But there's nothing wrong with rising as long as your intention's right.
Okay. So even if you're in a negative emotion.
If your intention's right, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Because think about it, there's actually there's this spiritual emergency technique which Hawkins teaches, which is why I started to get back into rising. Actually, this is why I got back into rising, where he talks, if you're in a really negative emotional condition, right, and you're feeling, off center and you really feel upset and not good, you hit the thymus gland and go ha ha ha. You do it 3 times, ha ha ha. Ha, ha, ha. Bring to your mind something or someone you love. So you bring like a good frequency to your mind, and then breathe your like a white light up through your center to the crown. So as a part of that, and this is after not rising for so long and not knowing how to do it in a safe way. So I just avoided it because I didn't want to A, do it to myself, or B, teach it to people and then have the karma of all you fuckers on my head too, because I fucked you all up. You know what I mean? Like, so I decided, okay, I wasn't going to, but then I found the Hawkins teachings in doing it this way, and I just practiced it and got the feeling for it. I was like, okay, shit, this feels legit, and it felt really good. I didn't feel any problems with it. I started testing it on people and saying, hey, I'm going to try something new. Let me know how it feels. Started to feel good. So, okay, great. This is good. I'm happy with it. Let's fucking go. So now it's back in the system, but with the caveat and the foundation of spiritual intention first. Love, joy. Because no one comes with the spiritual intention of anger. No one. I've not met anyone who goes, I really want to be angry, or I really want to be vengeful or shameful or guilty or blaming. No one even says they want to feel proud. And I've worked with, I'd say, thousands of people in the last 20 plus years of Kung Fu teaching. And always I sit down and I talk with them before they start training with me and find out what they want. And it's always an upward feeling. It's always. I've never come across anyone who has a negative spiritual intention, so to speak. Someone's giving you suggestions about your cough. Red onions in honey for 12 hours makes an antibiotic for your cough. Thank you, Kelsey.
Oh, thank you.
That's very sweet.
Excellent. Huh.
Thanks, Kelsey and Kevin. Any other questions, observations? So yeah, to answer your thing, Shmiko, it's safe to do it the way we do it.
Cool. I feel safe. Feel pretty good, actually, to be true.
Oh.
Sorry?
Can anyone see Sifu's halo? Wait, go back to where you were, babe.
Oh, that's not a halo, that's a light.
It's a halo.
Oh, it's not at all.
It's Jesus reincarnated. They even have the same initials, JC.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not get carried away. I prefer God, actually. Don't talk down to me.
Sorry.
Joking. Any other Q's or A's? Alrighty, well, let's hold it there. Wonderful seeing you guys as usual.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace, 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 peace.
Oh, I haven't seen that dog one before.
YouTube, thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for, Kelsey, I'll quickly answer your question. When doing a trap in cheese, how do you use that energy to push forward? You always keep your energy focused forward, Kelsey. Everything you do, you focus to the person's center, no matter what. So you're always connected to their center. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to be doing these Monday to Friday evenings so that you can join along, do the meditations with us. I'll probably put the forms in as well, so just keep an eye out. If you're not in our school community yet, jump in there because we've got the whole step-by-step curriculum, and I look forward to seeing you guys in our next session. Peace.